Continuing on the custom card review streak, we're going to be talking about a Terry Bogard for Fatal Fury slash King of Fighters, and it's coming in from Ryan. But before I go ahead and read Ryan's custom cards, send me custom cards over to vhfcustomcards@gmail.com so I get to your custom card or EZA concept as soon as possible while I'm getting all these recent custom cards slash EZA concepts out of the way. The reason why my camera is off to the side is that you guys can see the text, because normally you guys aren't able to see the entire text. So there you go. For now on, I'm gonna make it like a bit more accessible so you guys are able to read everything on the screen, right? So or well, read slash see everything on the screen, well, minus the date and time when the email was sent. I mean, I have had it on the screen before, but that was only because like the text would be off to the right for those previous videos. Anyways, not important. So Ryan says, "Hey Dev, how you doing, Ryan? Been a while since I've submitted something, so I wanted to make a unit in light of the recent DLC character from Street Fighter 6, Terry Bogard, which I did play Terry. I am not good at King of Fighters, and when I was playing Terry inside of SF6, because I used one of those little trial coin things, like little trial tokens, to use Terry, and I ain't gonna lie, I was getting bodied. I was winning like a few games, but I was getting destroyed. Because little trial things, if you guys have played Street Fighter 6, I believe they last for like an hour. I think it's an hour. And I have a bunch of them, so I just used it, and I was getting bodied. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Hopefully, this won't be my last submission. Also, yes, all of those units from before were my original creations. I'm pretty sure that's what that means, right? Okay, so Dokkan needed more caps and power geysers. Ryan, thank you for sending your custom card. Let me go ahead and move myself back on over. Right about now. I'm pretty sure I can make myself disappear, right? Because when I pull up the 200% skill, which is right over here, I want to make myself disappear. I don't regularly do this. Yeah, this is how you do it. Perfect. Yeah. So this is the 200% leader skill for Terry. His leader skill is Earth Red Fighters, crossover, or tournament participants, 3 key and 170% across the board. And the additional 30% of the stats is to powerful comeback slash full power. And let me tell you guys this for free. This 200% leader skill is very top heavy. You have like arguably the best unit in the game, that being this LR Gohan. You have Jiren, you have Tech UI, you have Beast Gohan. Who else do you have? You have both the 6-year EZAs. You have Tech Jiren in specific situations. You have STR UI, of course, for specific situations. Of course, he still has that dodge. You have Evoken, who can still work today. You have Roshi. You have Dragon Fist, who could work in some scenarios, and I believe you do have you have Tech Ultimate Gohan, you have STR Bojack, who is still usable, and you also have a Super EZA down here somewhere, yeah, and of this Int Ultimate Gohan. So, let me bring myself back up. Alright, so that is the leader skill, and these stats, well, for Terry, I'm not gonna lie, Terry seems more of the like, because, now granted, have I played King of Fighters before? I have. I don't remember which King of Fighters it was because I played it on the computer at school. But when I was playing King of Fighters on the computer, Terry seems more of like the offensive type rather than the defensive type. I'm not gonna lie. Just to throw that out there. So for him to have his stats be balanced, I think he should have more attack. This is one of those situations where I'm like, okay, Terry should have a little bit more attack, but these stats are pretty balanced across the board. This is a very high defensive stat. HP, wow, is that HP stat high? Okay, let's just continue on. Okay, so his super attack. Okay, he's just a Dokkan STUR. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He is a Dokkan STUR. All right. Okay. So his super attack, that being the rising tackle, which is an actual move that he does, he greatly stacks attack and gets 50% defense for one turn. See, that's exactly what I mean. He does seem like the offensive sort of fighting game character, so that's why I said that he should have a little bit more attack. But hey, whatever. He decided to go with the approach for him to have a just a above average or just very highly boosted defensive stat, and the lower like offensive stat. I mean, I guess him greatly stacking attack does make up for it. Doesn't. It's not really big of a deal, you know? And he does immense damage while having a 50% chance to stun. His quote is, "Come on, get ready." All right, his passive. Okay, let me just go ahead and highlight this entire thing. All right, so Hungry Wolf's Fighting Appetite. He activates interest animation upon the character's entry once only, and he launches 2 additional attacks that both have a 70% chance to become a super attack, and he guards for the first 3 turns from character's entry turn. That is very good considering the fact that he could get those 50% defense for 1 turns multiple times, as well as him being able to greatly stack his attack a lot within the turn. I.e., well, no, we haven't got to read this entire kit, so let me not go ahead and just go off on a tangent. Okay, so 3 key and 250% attack and defense at the start of turn, and he gets an additional 45% attack and defense with each attack performed up to 200%. Very easy for him to build up, considering the fact that he does have those 2 additionals that both have a chance to become a super attack. And granted, you don't have to get super attacks because he worded it as attacks performed. And he has a 15% chance to crit up to a 70% chance to crit, and he has 10% damage reduction up to 50% damage reduction with each super attack performed. So he benefits off of getting those supers from his additional super attack chances and getting those additional normals. So it's not that you're losing out on too much. You're not really losing out on too much. Yeah, you really aren't. And he guards starting from the turn in which his character performs the 5th attack in battle, and he launches a guarantee super within the same turn when guard is activated, which is very nice considering the fact that he does have that that guaranteed 3 turns of guard with those 2 additional super attack chances that both have a 70% chance to become a super attack, right? Those additional normals, I mean. And he also has a 50% chance to dodge. Okay. Yeah, that says 50% chance of evading enemy super attacks. I like to assume that he meant a 50% chance to dodge, including enemy super attacks. I like to assume that. But if not, I'd like to just go off on what he has worded it by and just say that he only has that 50% chance to dodge only super attacks, which is obviously still something nice to have, considering the fact that he is building up damage reduction. He does have those guard for the first 3 turns, and he does hit that guarantee super off to help him build up that damage reduction as well as that crit chance. So he's not really bad at all. He seems pretty good. I do like the design. I like the design where that he's not hurt from getting his additional normals rather than him getting his additional super attacks. And it's not going to be very hard for him to build this up, considering the fact that these are additional attacks that have a 70% chance to become a super attack, not a 50% or a 30%. This is a 70% chance we're talking about here. Now, granted, there are some people out here that are unlucky in Dokkan and just probably wouldn't be able to get this off, but I mean, it's a dime a dozen. Okay, so his entry code would be hey, come on, it's time to get serious. The legendary wolf's about to show you the ropes. He called himself the legendary wolf? Really? Okay. I actually didn't know that. And his active skill, triple rising fang. He greatly raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to enemy, and within the same turn activated, all attacks become crits, so he gets guaranteed crits, and of course 50% attack temporarily while doing ultimate damage to enemy, and can be activated when HP is 50% or less, or when facing only one enemy whose HP is 50% or less once only. Okay, so that should be fairly easy to get off, because it's your threshold when facing, yeah, that should be fairly easy to get off. Yeah, that should be. And his link set would be Experienced Fighters, makes sense. Infighter, makes sense. Gentleman, makes sense. Cold Judgment, makes sense again. Tough as Nails, makes sense. His entire link set makes sense. Yeah. And links for pain categories, not so much. Here they are. Full Power, Siblings Bond, Earthlings, Power for Combat, Time Limit, Legendary Assistance, Bond of Friendship, Bond of Parent-Child, Earthbred Fighters, and Tournament Participants. Now, I do realize that I didn't fully read the categories yesterday. I just said that the categories are as shown. Yeah, I gotta just read the entire card now. I'm sorry for that, guys. I just had to point that out. I gotta read all the categories, even if there's like 30 different categories. So, Terry's good. Terry definitely is good. Only thing is that could he get cooked turn 1? Absolutely, but that is most cards in Dokkan. But yeah, he's looking good. I would say so. He starts out with a moderately high amount of attack and defense, or a good amount of standard attack and defense, at being 250% attack and defense to start a turn. He built up his attack and defense buff fairly easy. All he has to do is attack 5 times. I'd like to assume that's 5 times. Yeah, because that's 45, 90. Then that would be, what? That'd be 135? That'd be that'd be about 5 or 6 attacks. I can't do the math off the top of my head, but that seems fairly easy to build up his attack and defense, as well as him building up to a 70% chance to crit and 50% damage reduction, and him having guard, starting from him doing his 5th attack in battle. So take this into account, guys. At this card's best, of course, after his interest animation wears off, his interest animation buff wears off, he's going to have all this, and he's going to be looking very strong. Absolutely. Yeah, in total, that's 3 key, 450% attack and defense, as well as a 70% chance to crit, 50% damage reduction, guard, a guaranteed super built in when his guard activates, which he's going to have that guard activated considering the fact that he has to get it activated by performing the 5th attack in battle, not super attack, 5th attack, and him having a 50% chance to dodge super attacks. Yeah, he has every defensive ability to fall back on, and he's going to be doing lots of damage. Yeah, although his attack stat is a bit low, or his attack number for his stats. Yeah, good card. Yeah. I don't know much more to say here. W, thank you for sending your card, my friend. That was good, for sure. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys are the best. Send me custom cards over to bhfcustomcards@gmail.com to get to your custom card as soon as possible, or Easy Concepts. While I'm getting all these recent custom cards or Easy Concepts out of the way, and there goes my guy Spoon playing Marvel Rivals. That's gonna be about it. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and join the 24/7 Discord server. A link is down below in the description for you guys to join today. I'm sorry if my how do I word it? My talking, how I'm talking for these videos is a little bit off. It's because I'm completely out of the flow of it. Yeah. So if I've messed up on a couple of words and I flustered over it, I just fumbled over my words, I am sorry, but I do have to get back into the flow of things. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys next video. I absolutely love you all. Ryan W. Card. Peace.